Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now February 18th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2 and the Gina Carano firing by Disney and Lucasfilm, a lot of fans have been very curious and skeptical about the future of the Star Wars franchise and exactly where it's going by Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and others out there. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. By the way, I hope everybody out there in Texas is doing okay, staying safe, staying warm. I hope you guys are doing very well. Let us know how you guys are doing below in the comments. Now, everything related to the Gina Carano firing situation. Obviously, we do know that it has been a big mess. It has created this domino effect, if you will, a big ripple effect on multiple Star Wars projects, starting off with The Mandalorian Season 3, Rangers of the New Republic getting completely reworked, and let alone the Ahsoka Tano show as well as others. Now, so far, the Book of Boba Fett is moving along very smoothly because writing, that show is all done. They're filming it right now, and that is going to be coming out December of this year, December 21st, if I'm correct on that. Now, what's really exciting, alright, is that a lot of Star Wars fans have been voicing their opinions. A lot of fans have been sticking up for Gina Carano. Now, say what you will about Gina Carano, love her or hate her, everybody has their own viewpoints on things, and I've talked about this a couple of videos back, that I really do believe that there is a hypocrisy between what Pedro posted and what Gina posted. I feel that Pedro should have been fired as well. That's just my own opinion there. Now, I don't necessarily support the Gina Carano firing. I believe that she should have stayed and actually stayed on board of The Mandalorian. I feel that obviously freedom of speech right now is really kind of getting warped, and that there's a lot of gray areas being built right now. So when we look at everything related to everybody's viewpoints, let's just respect everybody's opinions here, because that's just a part of being human after all. Now, everything related to Kathleen Kennedy. Given that The Mandalorian Season 3 is now in development and Jon Favreau is hard at work on developing numerous Star Wars TV shows, it's explained that behind the scenes many problems are happening between Lucasfilm creators. Now, it's described that Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy is going through a very rough phase right now for the Star Wars franchise, and especially her TV show, The Acolyte. It's best noted that Kathleen Kennedy is terrified behind the scenes after watching the number of Disney Plus cancellations on the platform, and how the Star Wars fans are already boycotting her Acolyte TV series by Leslie Headland. Now, Kennedy is best described to be in a panic mode over the entire Gina Carano situation, however is not even thinking about hiring her back in the least, and wants nothing to do with Carano ever again. Disney has no plans of rehiring the actress and does not intend to hire her back for anything non-Star Wars related even. Alright, so Disney doesn't even plan on doing that. Kennedy is also said to be scared of the fan backlash, as she realizes that these fans are also ditching Star Wars merchandise and even purchasing tickets for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, which is also going to have an impact on Star Wars toy sales and amusement park sales. Kennedy, as of right now, is supervising The Acolyte and trying to get the rewrites done as soon as possible. And it's also trying to, of course, recast Cara Dune. However, Jon Favreau is against that concept, and Disney CEO Bob Chapek is already siding with Jon Favreau, thankfully. Now, mind you, Jon Favreau is leaving, apparently, the Rangers TV show, and is going to be reworking it into something completely new. We talked about this in the last post, if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. Here's the thing about the Gina Carano situation. Kathleen Kennedy has no intention to hire her back, nor does she even have any form of remorse of what she did with Gina Carano. Let me just say that firing somebody and not telling them that they're fired for several days is very irresponsible. It's kind of just unprofessional, to say things, in the simplest terms here. And not just that, it makes it come off as a very, I guess you could say, a person that's really not in tune with other people's emotions and what they go through. So she didn't really care about what Gina Carano, thought about, getting fired or not fired. She was not even informed about this for over a week. and she only allowed the media outlets to inform Gina Carano about her getting fired, then giving her the official note that she's out. That to me just sounds very unprofessional and just not the way to do things. Now, apart from this, alright, the thing about Kathleen Kennedy being very afraid of the backlash of the fans, of course, that are voicing their opinions, she now realizes that this is going to have a big impact not just on Star Wars shows, but it's also going to have an impact on amusement parks. We're talking about the Disney parks. We're talking about Star Wars toy sales. We're talking about Marvel. I mean, the list goes on. Now, a lot of people would debate that, well, you know, Disney Plus has millions upon millions of subscribers. How many people could possibly be canceling their subscriptions? People are debating this and challenging this. Now, we're not quite sure just yet of how many people canceled their Disney Plus subscription. You know, it's pretty funny. It seems like that is being kept under wraps. There's no official word on how many accounts were canceled or how many accounts were completely just, you know, ended with. We don't really know. You know, there's estimates out there of maybe a couple 100,000, at least. You know, at least you would think, right? I'm not quite sure if it's really in the millions. That's hard to say. But one thing about Kathleen Kennedy, alright, is that she has no remorse over firing Gina Carano. Now, what does this tell us about Kathleen Kennedy? Well, it tells us that there is some form of an agenda going on. Why didn't she fire Pedro Pascal? That really does boggle my mind. Some of you guys may not agree with me on this, but I do feel that there is a hypocrisy over at Lucasfilm. I feel that what Pedro had posted on Twitter was very much questionable, and should have been done, you know, in action by Lucasfilm. They should have done something about that. Now, given that Pedro is going to be busy with The Last of Us HBO TV series, he's not going to be a part of Mando Season 3 as much. Alright? So, in the beginning episodes, Pedro is not going to be in it all that much because he's going to be busy with The Last of Us. So, he's most likely going to have more scenes in the suit, or in the armor, if I should say, in the second half of Season 3, more so than the first half. So, Kathleen Kennedy overall, you know, is this really all that surprising that she has no remorse, no plans to rehire Gina Carano? And not just that, Disney also, as a company, wants nothing to do with Gina ever again. Nothing with Star Wars, nothing potentially from Marvel, nothing. So they want her completely out, not associated with anything Marvel, Star Wars, just anything Disney in general. They don't want her to be a part of that. So, I would like to hear what you guys have to say about the entire situation of Gina Carano and how Jon Favreau is reworking Rangers of the New Republic. Jon Favreau is still busy with Dave Filoni. You know, I'm very excited about what's to come for Mando Season 3. Kenobi series starring Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. I mean, let's not forget about that. You know, that does not necessarily mean that I'm a quote-unquote shill, per se. I'm just a Star Wars fan at heart, and I love Star Wars material when it comes to the stuff that I'm actually looking forward to the most. That's exactly what's going to be the highlight. The Ahsoka series, the Kenobi series, and Mando. So, yeah, guys, you know, like I've said before in the past, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.